Hello and welcome. I'm glad you're tuned in. In our last videos we saw topics on God's will and believing, and today we are covering this topic on suffering. In Acts chapter number 16, there's this story where Paul is in Philippi together with Silas, and an ordeal occurs that is amazing in its own way. So he goes, preaches, and there's this slave girl who follows them all the way. At some point, Paul got annoyed. He rebuked the spirit, and the people got angry because their fortune was gone. So they resorted in beating them up and imprisoning them. And the word says at midnight, in verse 25, Paul and Silas were singing hymns to God. They were praying, and the prisoners were listening to them. And in life, there are prison situations. In life, there are dark moments. But what I see with Paul and Silas, at midnight, they are not complaining. They are not quarreling. They are not murmuring. They are praising God with psalms, with hymns. And what happens is, an earthquake occurs, the whole prison is shaken, the doors got wide open, and even the jailer himself wanted to kill himself. And I was looking at this situation as for me and you. In that jail, in that prison situation, how do you respond? Assume you are the Joseph, being taken from Potiphar's house and taken to prison. In that prison, how do you respond? In life situations, we have prisons, we have different times of the day, but what I want to look at is the midnight session. Midnight is where the things are very dark. It's at the center of it all. You are not expecting daylight in the next 1 hour. You are not expecting light in the next 2 hours. There is another dark period as you have covered that you are waiting for. But in that moment for Paul and Silas, they chose to worship God in psalms, in hymns. And maybe you're in that suffering. Probably you are sick. There's something you are lacking. Someone has betrayed you. Some things have not happened as you expected. Or whichever situation you are suffering through. In that midnight you are in, what will you do about it? Will you complain? Will you murmur? Or you choose to give praise, you choose to sing hymns, psalms, praying to God? You can choose what to do. But looking at the word, the best way, if you want those prison doors to be opened, if you want the jailer to come down to you and kneel before you asking for this salvation, the only way to do it is by singing hymns, is by singing psalms, or in simple praising God, giving God thanks, letting others know that even the situation you are in will not last forever. The best way to handle your situation: don't complain, don't murmur, give thanks, praise, and at the end of it all, the prisoners will praise your God. Thank you very much for tuning in. God bless you.